Hi everyone, I'm Whitney and I post sewing and crafting tutorials here on my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make elastic waist circle skirts. And I'm actually going to be showing 3 different variations today. And they are easy, adorable, and don't take very long to make. So we're going to start out by figuring out the measurements you'll need to create your own pattern. And the pattern is the same one for all 3 versions, so that makes it extra simple. And so let's get right into that. Start by taking your waist measurement of exactly where you want the skirt to sit, and then you're going to add some ease into that. And since I'm making this skirt for a baby, I added 3 inches of ease. But if you're making it for an older girl or an adult, you might want to add a few extra inches to make sure that you can get the skirt over your hips. So in Peyton's case, her waist measurement was 19 inches, and I added the 3 inches to it, so I had a total waist measurement of 22 inches. You then take the total waist measurement that you get and divide it by 6.28, which is 2 times pi, and that will give you the radius of your circle. In my case, the radius is about 3.5 inches. You will also need the length measurement, and that is the total length that you want your skirt to be, and add that to your radius that you got before. So in our case, we want an 8-inch skirt, and I added that to the 3.5 inches from before and got 11.5 inches total. Now to actually create the pattern. Get a large sheet of paper and a tape measure. Put the end of the tape measure in the corner and mark the radius number. Slowly rotate the tape measure and continue to mark the radius. The marks should form a curve. Then repeat using the total length as the number you mark. You should end up with 2 curves on your paper that are 1/4 of a circle. Cut along both the lines and you have a pattern. The first skirt I'm showing is just a basic circle skirt with lace trim. To start, fold your fabric in half, then fold in half one more time. You should have one corner that has all folded edges. This is the corner where the small curve of the pattern will be placed. Make sure the straight edges of the pattern are lined up with the folded sides of the fabric, pen or way down the pattern, and cut along the 2 curves. When you unfold the fabric, you should have a piece that looks like a donut. Hemming a curve is not fun at all, so here's a way around that. Grab some lace that you like and line it up with the outer edge of the fabric right sides together. Then sew all the way around to attach the lace. Flip the lace over and sew a top stitch right along the bottom edge of the fabric to hold the seam allowance in place. My lace was recycled, which is why it's a little rough looking along the edge. Then you will need some fold-over elastic. You fold it in half, sandwiching the fabric in between the layers. You want to stretch it as you sew and use a zigzag stitch. When you get to the end, overlap the elastic a little, trim, then make sure to backstitch a few times to secure. This will finish off the waist and you're done. The next skirt is a 2-layer skirt with lace trim. Start by folding the fabric in half, then in half again. Then line the pattern up with the folded edges like before and cut along the curved edges. Cut out a second one from a coordinating fabric. Then use a tape measure to mark along the bottom edge however much shorter you want the top layer to be. Since I'm using very small lace, I only made my layer 1 inch shorter. Carefully cut along the marks through all the layers at once. They should look like this when stacked. Sew lace on like I showed with the first skirt. First with the lace right sides together with the fabric, then flip and top stitch. Do this for both skirt layers. Next, lay out both pieces with the right sides facing up and lining up the center holes. Sew around the small circle to attach the two pieces together. This will make adding the elastic easier. Then, time to add the elastic. I actually show sewing the elastic on the next skirt, so make sure to keep watching for that. Then your layered circle skirt is complete. This is actually the skirt I made for my daughter's first birthday party. I'll have a separate video all about her birthday DIYs up soon. The final version is a reversible skirt and, in my opinion, is the easiest of the three. Start by cutting out 2 circles from your pattern and laying them right sides together. Then sew around the entire outer edge to attach. Then make snips in the seam allowance or trim it with pinking shears to keep your seam allowance from being too bulky. Then turn the entire thing right sides out. Give it a little press with an iron and top stitch around the inner curve and the outer curve. Then add the elastic. As you can see, it's easiest to do it a few inches at a time. You stretch the elastic, fold it around the fabric, then sew with a zigzag. It helps to pull gently from the back to keep the fabric moving nicely. And it's as simple as that. So there you have it, 3 easy ways to make circle skirts. And I didn't mention this before, but all of my skirts were made out of just plain cotton fabric. So there are definitely a ton of print and solid options out there. You don't want to use a print that is super directional because part of it would end up upside down or sideways on the skirt. But if it's a repeating pattern or a solid, it will work great for this. I hope you like this tutorial and will give it a try, and don't forget to like and share this video if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future tutorials. Bye!